Hello everyone and welcome back to my world of awesomeness here. Hopefully you guys are all having a good day today and had a good Friday the 13th yesterday. Hopefully none of you had too much bad luck, but I have a few things to go over that you're probably all curious about. And look, I changed the pen a little bit over there. I'll get into that as well. But the first thing that I want to go over... Oh, my fork just fell. There we go. The first thing that I wanted to go over is the series rebrand. So instead of calling it Survival Let's Play, I thought it would be a better idea to call it My World, since it is my world and I do what I want in this world. So I don't see why I should call it a Let's Play, even though it kind of is. It's mainly to do with just me, and this world represents me as a character in Minecraft, I guess. So it's my world. Now, some of you may have seen that on the last episode, in the top line of the description, I added that the series was on hold temporarily. Now let me go ahead and explain a little bit of that, because I got some comments on yesterday's factions episode asking. Nothing happened, it didn't get corrupted or anything, don't worry. The only thing that happened was because I swapped computers with my dad's house, and I've been using this one ever since, I didn't have my world here, and so when I went to my dad's, I wasn't actually recording on that computer, and so I was just playing the world offline. And so I've actually got some progress to show you guys when we come into this episode here. I just wanted to let you know that the series is no longer on hold. It was only on hold until I got the file. I've got the file now. I had to go get a hard drive to transfer it over because I didn't have one already, because I'm kind of dumb, but here we are. We're here now. And another thing is my computer. My computer is almost here. It comes in tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday. Monday, it says the 16th of May, and that's what the last update was. It's actually in, like, Ontario now. I live in Ontario. I can't wait for my computer to arrive. But guys, today in my world, what was that? It's a map. What is this map? A showcase. Ooh, it's a map of our place. So yes, guys, in the Stronghold last episode, we uncovered a map, and that map was not generated. So while I was doing some off-camera work, I figured, why not give it a little right click and generate it here at our base? And this is what our base looks like from overhead. So one of the projects I actually want to do going forward in the future is, as we expand, I want like maps all around here or somewhat. Like I also want to just like clarify again, just in case you're new to the series, my setup is here and I've set everything up here, and I'm doing objectives to get things to bring here. But after I'm done with this area, I'm more than likely going to move a little ways away. I'm going to move away. I'm not going to tear it down and go away. So I'm going to have, at the end of whatever I happen to make of this world, I should have multiple bases. And this is the first one. So I just wanted to clarify that real quickies. But let's go to the room of checklists to see what is on the agenda for today. Number 1, get a pet rabbit, tame and name. Okay, so in the first episode ever, actually I'll get to that in a sec. The second thing, check out finished spawner. So guys, you are aware that I've got a rail track. Oh, where did it go? Huh. Ooh, well then, I obviously know where it is. I'm going to show you guys where the actual new rail is. I've made some modifications to that, and I have finished the grinder itself. So this episode, we're going to go check out what I've done. Really, all I've done is made the spawner that we found last episode, or the episode before, and made it so that it's a grinder to kill zombies. So we're going to check that out, and then we are going to start a home area search. So this is base number 1. Around the base, there are areas everywhere, and I want to find which specific area I want to build my very first house at. One of the most frequent comments I get on this series is that you guys want me to build like a real house and not have this kind of piece of crud as like my permanent base, and so I'm gonna get to that. And in the chests, let's see what the tasks are going to offer us. In the first episode, I said I wanted a pet rabbit. I don't want to forget about that. I want to satisfy that demand of mine as soon as possible. And so I went back to the first episode. I found a comment with a suggested name that I liked, and in this episode we are going to be going back to that area that we visited in the first episode, getting one of those bunnies and naming it after the suggested comment. So that should be pretty cool. Then we're going to check out the spawner, which is pretty straightforward, and then the start home area search, we're going to get 16 ender pearls for that, and those are just to help us get around. So the base, our home base area, is going to be somewhere within this vicinity, because I'm going to need to to go back and forth between the home and this place, which I'm going to call my like area 1, and to like get XP and whatnot and stuff like that. So yeah, should be pretty cool. It should fit on this map, to be more specific. Like the house should fit on this map. As you can see, this is our base here, and then that's the village up there. And I also extended the path block a little bit. Anyways, over here I have separated the pen into 4 different pens, and that of course correlates to me wanting a pet rabbit for this episode. So the pet rabbit's gonna go into this guy right here. I'm going to get 4 different animals that I want to just love. These are the animals that we're just gonna have here just because we love them. They're not our skilled animals at all. So we're gonna have 1 horse, 1 rabbit, 1 cat, and 1 dog. Those are the 4 animals that I want, which means that soon we're going to have to find a jungle in our world, which might prove to be a pretty difficult task. Anyways, that's for another time. Today is the bunny. That means that we need to find the X finally, guys. Remember that X we put on the ground in the very first episode? We finally need to make our way back to it. It was over that way a little bit because we need to get back to that area where we found the initial rabbits. If we're gonna get a pet rabbit, I want it to be one of those first 3 I saw. The first bunny in the world, the first 2 bunnies, the first 3 bunnies, 4. Aww. And I wanna take one of those, one of those first 3 if they're still there at all. If they're not, then we'll look somewhere else. Okay, so if I recall correctly, that is our base. We have to make our way through the desert, and it'll actually take us to that sea temple that we initially found. And the bunny or rabbit color that we're looking for is one of identical color to this guy. I think it's through here because this was the opposing way of the village, and I found the village by, how did I find the village again? I don't actually know if I am 100% certain that I'm able to get back to where the X was. Alright guys, that was fairly easy. I've located the X, which means this right here, across this river here, is where the first rabbits were. I'm wondering actually if they're still there today. Let's get our materials ready for this task. But this is the X that marks home base. What are the coordinates? It's 26,316, which means our initial spawn for this world was right over there in the trees, like the little oak forest. Which means, oh, there he is. That's a baby. Are they all babies? Oh, no, because bunnies were made smaller. That's a baby for sure, but this guy is not. So this is going to be the one, I think. All right, come on. This was one of the first 3. We just saw the first 3 bunnies we ever saw in my world. So because we don't have a lead, I've not found a solid swamp yet with some slimes. We're going to have to lead these guys all the way back like this. Now, are these both babies? Like, I feel as if these are both babies. You know what? I kind of want a baby bunny more. Baby bunnies would be pretty dank. I'm not going to name it Toast, if that's what you guys are thinking, though. I do not want to do that. I want it to keep its color, to keep kind of the significance that these were the first. It sucks, though, that one of these guys is not going to be my pet. It's only one of you that's going to make it, so whoever follows with the most concentration will win. These guys work like cats. It's kind of weird. Alright, so you want the carrot now? Otherwise, he's scared and he's running away. I'm meeting up with other bunnies now, but we're still focusing on the baby here. This baby's followed me since the beginning. The other one straight away, so we didn't actually have to choose one to kill, because I know you guys hate whenever I kill animals. Come on, little guy. Come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. We're almost there. This pig's about to die, by the way. He's following the wrong carrot, man. This carrot ain't for you, bro. This carrot is for the bunny oney. So that is the comment that I loved the most. That's gonna be his name, ladies and gentlemen. Bunny oney. Bunny oney. Come on in. Hop in. There we go. Good boy. And here is your new name, Bunny oney. I hope you would enjoy your name. Where are you going? No. No. I did not expect you to get out that quickly. Come back. You're not escaping anywhere. Not on my watch. I left the gate open for like 1 second. What? Come in. And stay in, my friend. I know you're a hyper bunny. I know you're a hyper little baby. Little baby bunny. Oh, so cute. But you are staying right in here while we go check out the finished XP grinder. So, guys, I might have underwhelmed it a little bit at the very beginning of the episode. I'm hoping he actually stays there, by the way. Please. do me a favor and just stay there. I might have underwhelmed the XP grinder at the beginning of this episode, however, I was bored yesterday, and I kind of worked on it quite a bit. So where is our axe, man? We're gonna need a diamond axe. There it is. I haven't really used you a lot. And, well, we're gonna go into it now. We're gonna check out what is actually the XP grinder. Ooh, 2 XP grinders. So here's the minecart chest. We got a bunch of minecarts in here. So let's check out what exactly this is. So last episode, this was just not wood. All I did was replace all this with wood and then put some powered rails down. So I found some gold, as we can see if we go down the rail line. Yeah, there's powered rails every couple rails here. Well, let's go to it, to the XP grinder. Let's see what we're actually going to see here. Da, 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 da. So we go down the rail, we take a turn, we go down even more, nothing special yet. And we're gonna keep going down this little hill, and we're almost there at this point, and then, whoa, there's a lot of glass. What's that all about? And then, what the heck is this? We're going underground, and then above ground, and then through here, and then through here, and then, whoa, what is all of this about? Okay, I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. So, this is the spawner. Over here, let's backtrace a little bit and explain how this all comes together. So, under here is where we actually just traveled through via the minecart. If we take it back a notch and go into this room, this is my work room. This is where all my blocks are and stuff. I kept all of the stuff relating to this project in here. There's a lot of stuff that is just getting finished in the furnaces. Wow, we have a lot of stuff left over. So yeah, these are all the blocks I used for this projecto. And I mean, it's really just an XP grinder, but I added a few of my own touches to it to kind of give it a little bit of a spice. That's not a complete stack. So check it out. The way it works, and I kind of have a viewing area for it all. The reason the rail has to turn here is because that right there, okay, let me go to it. That is the actual initial spawner. So this was the spawner in the cave. Then I turned it into a grinder by shaving it all out, of course, putting it smooth stone everywhere. That's why we have so much smooth stone, by the way. I had to smelt a lot of cobble to make it all smooth stone in here. And then so they go through here, they go up here, and originally the rail went all the way through where all this glass is. Then I kind of made the water elevator go this way and then go down here, so I made the rail have a viewing area. Now I did not want it so that the zombies were gonna stop here, because I didn't want the kill zone to be here, because over there is where I had the rails initially end. So I built this little glass tube, and the way it works, and I kind of figured this out with 1.9 mechanics, but as the zombies go up and drop, this guy is gonna be here until, yeah, another guy drops, and then they're gonna kind of push each other down the water. So once they go down the water, they're then taken up by another water elevator here, like a mini one. I don't want to get in the way of any of the zombies. I don't have any ender pearls either, so I'm not gonna completely go into there, but it goes through there, and then I was like, well, now I can circle it back around to where I actually kill all of the zombies. And so what happens is I go through here underground, because this is like the quickest way I could get through all of this mess with the rails, and through here is where that trail continues. It flows all of the zombies up another level, and then through this corridor, where we then end here. This is the spawner viewing area. So this is where we can look out, see the spawner, see like all the zombies spawning. I know that this makes it less efficient, because obviously with the glass viewing areas everywhere, there's more light getting into the spawner like zone, and so there's going to be less zombies that spawn. You're probably hearing all of the zombies right now, because I'm going to show you that in a sec. But right here is the AFK zone. If I want to quickly AFK and I want to continue moving throughout, I just hop in here, and this pool of water is going to take me around and around and around. Basic stuff. You can see a lot more of those even fancier in the faction series. And then finally back to Graser's base, minecart chest, and then down here. This is where they then flow into and then drop, because I figured if they just float, originally I had them flowing in just to this room, and then they were all like kind of crowded and like kind of like overflowing each other. Then I realized that's because they didn't drop ever. When they drop, they kind of just, you know, go inside of one another because they have nowhere to go, whereas if they flow into one another with the new 1.9 stuff, they start hitting each other and stuff, so it's just a mess. So down here, I made another layer down to the zombie kill area. Down here is where we can finally kill them. So if I take my sword, I can start hitting them. It'll be like a one-hit kill. So obviously, it's not as efficient as like one that you'd find on the cube, just because I wanted to really make it cool, because like as obviously on the cube, you can kill them all in one shot. This guy is gonna be here until, yeah, this guy is gonna be here until, yeah. Then I've got the zombie loot chest in here, which then carries the rotten flesh. because I've got a little bit of a hopper system going down under the ground. So that is the XP grinder. Now, the reason I didn't want to show too much of this being built on camera is because I've done almost like something very similar in the past in one of my previous Let's Plays, and let's be real, everyone already knows how a grinder is made. And so this was like my grindy work yesterday. I worked on this for like 6 hours, and we got a lot of materials and resources out of it as well. So it works out. We now have a place where we can AFK, and the reason I wanted to get this finished so quickly is because I wanted to freaking get my levels easily and efficiently, because we want our armor to get to the end to get the elytras. I have so many ideas for elytras on this world, guys. Elytras are like my favorite thing in the game now. So that is my XP grinder for the Graser's world, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Let me know. And of course, I will satisfy all of you guys wanting me to build more on camera. I will start doing that, but it's just that with this, it's just so basic. With more unique builds, I will. But just showing it off as well is just kind of taking like the episode itself. So I thought that I would rather do that instead of just building it. Anyways, that is the finished XP spawner, grinder, whatever you want to call it. Let's head back to Graser's base. And of course, we get all of this viewing area, nice slow dip in. I made sure like everything was slowly and carefully crafted. Like you have a slow like, goodbye, and then you speed up. And then you go up this hill. Now, I've tested everything, so it should bring us right back. Beautiful. And then we should get back to our base. Yay! So yay, XP grinder fun. Woohoo! So awesome. And oh, we just made that. Beautiful. We are home. Yay! So now, last thing on today's agenda is we want to find an area for our main house. So let's grab these ender pearls and let's do that real quick. Let's look around. So it's got to be within the map, which is another reason I created the map, because now it's going to come in handy. Let's hold it and see what area we can actually explore. So majority of what we can use is over this way, this plainsy area, and like over here. So like this area here. Let's see what we've got if we ender pearl around a little bit. I really shouldn't be doing this at night. One of my new favorite things though is that ender pearl cooldown, because I can never accidentally spam it anymore. I know a lot of you ender pearl spammers hate that though. I think I've already determined my place of residence. Ah, it's off the grid. I really wanted to live on that mountain there. Alright, so it's got to be within the grid here. Oh, the map is a lot smaller than I thought it was. Yeah, I'm definitely going to extend it. So we're going to have multiple maps take up the house. And I think what I want to do is I want to have my actual house be up here on the hill. So let's go check out and plan it a little bit so you guys don't call me crazy. I have a little bit of an idea. I want to do somewhat of elytra stuff. And so I want to make it so at my house I can easily fly via elytra to the village or to the home base number 1. But I also want minecart systems everywhere, and I also want ice paths everywhere. I want to have every form of transportation possible through these 3 areas. That's going to be like the first stuff we work on, and then after that we're going to start moving our base of operations and do all that. So that should be pretty cool, but I think it's time. So this is going to be where we live. Might as well answer the comment of the episode now on top of this little hill. Noel Kim asks, how long do you intend to be doing this series for? Alright, I wanted to address this because I wanted to get this out of the way without it being abrupt and random. I wanted to explain to you guys the schedule for this series because I never have before. This is like my own personal series, so it's like I'll post it when I have an idea or when I want to do something on here, but it's not going to have a regular scheduled upload, you know, frequency. It's not going to be as frequent as like Factions or Cube though, however, because that way if I did do that, the series would run stale very quickly and I would run out of ideas. Like the way I work, I get ideas as life goes. So if I do everything that I'm thinking about right now, then I think that's how everybody works, by the way. But if I do everything that I'm thinking about right now, I'm going to be like burnt out, not going to want to play, and then when those new ideas come in, I'm just not going to want to play it ever at all and not want to implement those new ideas. And so that's why I'm going to take it a little bit slower with this series, and I intend to do it as long as I'm having fun with it and as long as you guys are enjoying it, so it should be pretty cool. But I hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, remember to leave a like, and of course I will see you guys all again next time. Goodbye.